Lweni, welcome to my YouTube channel. I know it's been a while since I vlogged, but I've been going through some stuff with to work, school specifically, and I decided when I come back, Manenza get to know me. Disclaimer, but I was just thinking about it. I constantly just try and post content in here, but I've never formally introduced myself to the people that consume the content here. And this is going to be very messy in every way. I spent the day with the Tromiam, so all the content from this weekend and for this Get to Know Me is just going to be me, Masa, and Bavu. Up again, we were just preparing to go on e-plans. There's a little bit of shopping that needed to be done, and with I see an art exhibition. Instead of art exhibition, I was trying to say we're going to go to art galleries. Sabu gallery hopping, if that's even a thing. But that's not the point of the video now, is it? Back to me. Ndim is star of this video. I was born in Mthatha in the mid-90s, and funny enough, Andi Kulelanga Mthatha, I had to move to a very small town called Igala when I was just starting school. Well, I technically started school at Holy Mother's Academy in Mthatha. Then I had to move and go stay with my grandparents in Igala, where I did most of my primary schooling. Well, all of my primary schooling, Igala Community School. That school shaped me. The foundation that I have today as a human being, I'll forever be grateful to all the educators. That's Igala Community School. In fact, now that I think about it, Imthatha and when I think about Imvelapiam and who I am as a human being. So I started school at Igala Community School and staying with my grandparents. That was quite, an interesting childhood in the sense that the grandparents, as I said, and my mom, Pangin Mthatha, and so it goes to something that I'm going to talk about later on to the video when it comes to how many siblings do you have? D&D Mangale, because I'm like, sometimes D&D T1 because I'm an early child my mother has. But then and Dukule with my cousins. So in most instances, Abandu get different answers from me depending on how I feel at the time they ask the question. Kuba, sometimes even explaining yourself is just, tiring, but ingase umdu as time goes and they experience me bayazilonto, because we old and we have conversations with people, and when you have deeper conversations, then people get to know nezo zinto, those intricate, delicate parts of your being and your truth. Well, Andy Wasba were intricate to know, and the other word I used, but I'm even using them in the correct context. Yeah, I've been looking for this sound and finally I found it. Growing up as a queer kid at Ala, because it's a small town and my grandparents are quite religious and strict, by the way, it was very, interesting. But at the same time, I was always self-aware. I always knew I was different. But I just could not, because I remember, now that I'm older and I think about it, I had my first crush in grade 1. Look crazy. I definitely won't reveal his surname because what if Omnywenu Apa Uyamazi now that we're older? But anyway, I had a crush Gulamfana in grade 1. So that should tell you how self-aware I was in terms of being a queer kid. But it's just that there really wasn't, for lack of a better word, a sense of belonging, I would say. But I mean, people love me anyway. And Abantu, what I've learned is when you're being just yourself, they embrace that. Even though passing Abandwana, there wasn't a language, of expressing and having those conversations to say, we're queer. I mean, sometimes they would mock me. But if I'm being honest, in terms of, standing firm in my queerness, was when I moved to high school. St. James in Kofimbaba. St. James is a move I needed, but at the time I didn't really think I did. I don't recall kakuhle which high school I wanted to go to. Oh, I wanted to go to St. John's in Tata. But okay, they were like, no. Asinamdanoza yofuna in Tata app. So the options I had was Inyanga or St. James. But Mastatenge St. James Lindiazi. I just know I didn't choose Inyanga because I would have had to stay with my uncle. And that was not going to happen. Because not for independence. St. James, like I said, is a move I needed. I dabbled a lot and I learned a lot about myself. When I say double a lot, I'm speaking about sexuality specifically. I had about 2 or 3 girlfriends there, if not more. But I don't think I want to get into the details of that. What I'm sure of though is that Sativana Nabav. Like I said, this is going to be a mixed video and messy. But anyway, I had girlfriends because I still do find women attractive. But my emotions towards women back then were stronger than they are now. Goku, it's not sexual, not even a little. But back then it was a different story. I think, among other things, just like I said, being firm in my sexuality is something that I discovered about myself when I was in high school. A very interesting phase of my life. This is another side of my personality that people don't know. When I get comfortable with people, well, Niaz Bonel. But if you don't know me though, it's a different story. You wouldn't think Dikendi Benji. Back to high school. Even I enjoy important information about that is that's when I started cultivating and having real solid friendships. I mean, I still do from primary, Omimi, Eza, and I still do have girls that I still communicate with. But to have friendship, where I could be vulnerable, that started in high school. Rest in peace to the boy that I did high school with. Through thick and thin, Abu Kashimba. I'll forever love you, buddy. And I do miss you. And I think that is more about it. There was nothing really interesting about my life in high school except that I guess Ukzamu Boom, I started it back then. Then I moved to a forte. There's 2 cute boys that I'm with. Oh, my daughter. Tamakiani that I'm with in this video. Met them in varsity. the University of Forte. That's when life started having meaning and making sense. Eshe and it's an 80 sana. But I really enjoy art to it too. I mean, I'm not the most knowledgeable person when it comes to it, but daytime. Back to F40. I have a background in accounting, basically aspiring chartered accountant when I walked into the doors of the institution. So I have a Bachelor of Commerce and Accounting degree. But let me not say aspired, because ipopa alifi omnikazi esaphila. Well, at least that's what I believe in. And I'm noticing that it's been 12 minutes already. Or rather, while editing, it's been 12 minutes. Diteta. And there's a lot that I haven't unpacked yet. I guess I'll have to do another video of this nature where I get into the detail of everything, depending if that's something that you guys would like to see. I did my BCom of accounting at the University of Forte, and let's just say I'm still trying to find my feet within my profession. I don't really like talking about what I do, to be honest. Why YouTube? Why do I have a YouTube channel? I think more than anything is to just have a visual diary of my life. Not just have it stored in my phone in pictures and videos. But also I want people that would not have access to my phone or gadgets while, I'm no longer on this earth. People can always come to this page and be like, he lived among us. I think for now, let me end this video here. Thank you for watching. I truly appreciate it. And if you can, interact, share, like, subscribe. I'd appreciate them, but if you can't, I'm not fazed by that. Enkosi.